There's a fine line between Hollywood's need to hoover the audience's pockets clean and the artist's desire to brain rape his fans into a stupor. Dancing on that razor's edge is the hidden code of movies, otherwise known as Easter eggs. These cryptic surprises in the frames of TV shows and movies skyrocket home media sales. This bonus material planted by the director and the crew is present for the sole purpose of giving their audio-visual baby an endless rewatchability factor, whilst also leaving the audience creaming in their pants, feeling that they're part of a secret joke between themselves and the movie makers. Here are 10 hidden secrets and codes in famous shows and movies.
Amazing!
Number 10. The number 42. Here's a quick list of some of the many times this digit has grazed the screen. You'll find that it is Fox Mulder's apartment number, the dentist's address in Finding Nemo, Hurley's lotto number in Lost, the number of bullets in Ripley's gun in Alien, and the same number used in the name of the Iron Man 3 suit. And that's just a few examples. There are hundreds more. So what's all this fuss about? Well, in 1979, British author Douglas Adams took a bat to a generation's head and left an impression on artistic minds. His book, the highly acclaimed Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, was blamed for this numeral assault on films and television. In it, an enormous supercomputer named Deep Thought was tasked with the mission of calculating the answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything. Its response after 7.5 million years was 42. In its defense, the programmers simply forgot to tell Deep Thought what the question in the equation was, hence the joke was officially born. Number 9. Psych. Every so often, a goof quickly becomes a craze, and a craze rapidly develops into a game. For over 8 seasons, one of the USA Network's top-rated TV shows, Psych, played with the audience a strange competition of Fruit Ninja, only instead of dicing fruit, it was all about finding the hidden pineapple. In every episode of the hit show, a pineapple can be spotted in the background. The running gag has become a major marketing point for items related to the series, and there's even an entire website dedicated to listing where in each episode the pineapple can be found. Number 8. Fight Club. Apparently, the first rule of Fight Club isn't that you shouldn't talk about Fight Club, it's that you shouldn't point out the fact that David Fincher, the director, is the equivalent of a meth addict for Starbucks. In almost every scene, the corporate giant's logo magically pops up, steamrolling its way through the narrative with caffeinated goodness. Does it reinforce the theme of the movie, like we've been led to believe, or is there some deeper conspiracy afoot? Perhaps, and I'm just spitballing here, the Seattle coffee peddler is really a front for Project Mayhem, by which I mean it proves a major theme of the film, that corporate brands are overly ubiquitous in today's consumer culture. Just listen to this quote, and you, my space monkey, can be the judge of this theory.
When deep space exploration ramps up, it'll be the corporations that name everything. The IBM Stellar Sphere, the Microsoft Galaxy, Planet Starbucks.
Number 7. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Hogwarts isn't just known for its endless supply of ghosts, faulty regulations concerning student safety, and its impeccable need of being the place where the shit will eventually go down. Nope, it has one more honour to claim. Hogwarts, like any academy of its kind, is also a steaming pot of boiling teenage hormones waiting to go nuclear. Right there at the very corner of the closing credits, on the Marauder's map, are a pair of dodgy footprints doing the dance of love. I wonder what the wizardry world calls the missionary position. Number 6. Futurama language. Like Klingon or Dothraki, a good sci-fi gem deserves its very own form of gibberish. You can't properly call yourself a classic without the street cred of making up your own language. Futurama, The Simpsons' bastard stepchild, is no stranger to this point of pride. It actually developed a sort of cipher spotted throughout the show that fans quickly unravelled. The creators, no doubt pissed in finding out that they aren't as cunning as they thought, upped the ante and slapped on a more complicated piece of cipher into the second season. The fans, Well, they rapidly went on and translated that one too. Since then, it's been a nerd free-for-all, a battle of wits between the programmer's writers and their adoring devotees. Each season, a craftier language gets on stage to test out the viewer's neurons. Sadly, this game of cat and mouse all depends on Futurama's, well, future, as the show may not be coming back for another series. Number 5. Fringe. From complicated icons, glyphs in every episode's opening, to off-the-wall insane science, Fringe has played with the viewer's mind since day one. Its most intricate secret though, the Observer, has slowly floated to the top as the biggest mystery. The character presented in the season 1 episode, The Arrival, played by Michael Cerveris, became a crucial piece of the show's 100 episode arc. What few viewers appreciate is that the Observer, as he was called, was a constant shadowy figure. Like a dastardly game of Where's Wally with a busload of LSD, the producers and writers shoehorned this character into every episode of the series, raising his presence and importance to mythical levels in the overall main story. Number 4. Community. Over its tumultuous seasons, Community became a staple of pushing the envelope in sitcoms. Some jokes and gags hit the bullseye, others went wide and misfired, while a few were so strange that they became red flags to the writer's growing weed habit. For all its troubled history, Community never backed down from its unique form of entertainment. Some of its most enduring and greatest puns took seasons to slowly simmer into a punchline. Breadcrumbs were laid over different episodes, waiting for that savvy fan to pick them up. One of its longest and greatest was the Beetlejuice routine. Like in the 1988 Tim Burton movie, the ghost Beetlejuice needed his name called out a total of 3 times in order to be conjured into existence, a prank that took 3 seasons to come to fruition. If you pause just at the right time, you can actually see a Michael Keaton lookalike glide by in the background, just as Annie hits the 3rd strike. Number 3. The Departed. Spoiler alert, there it's been said, I'm covered. In 2006, director Martin Scorsese and writer William Monahan bagged a truckload of awards, including 4 Oscars, one of which was for Best Picture, with their critically acclaimed movie, The Departed, with a body count that could easily make Jason and Freddy feel as if they've been slacking on their day job. The Departed bathes the screen red, and only leaves Marky Mark unscathed. Everyone's life is up for grabs. As the climax of the film nears fruition, the audience found themselves at the edge of their seat, taking bets on who was going to die next. Damon, DiCaprio, Sheen, Nicholson, Farming, Baldwin, every protagonist's head was on the chopping block, and only Scorsese knew the ending. The hidden Easter egg? The fact that, on 2nd and 3rd viewings, who was about to get murdered wasn't really a mystery. Scorsese, throwing subtlety to the wind, actually included an X somewhere in the background or in the scenery, next to the character that was about to take the final dirt nap. His very own way of crossing out and spoiling the fun. Number 2. A113. The mystery code A113 can easily be seen in all of Pixar's motion pictures. A strange alphanumeric cipher that simply doesn't go away. As license plates, street signs, train carts, and even product serial numbers, A113 can be spotted all across the board, even in the Gaelic Brave, in Roman numerals. This enigmatic call sign has dashed over studio boundaries, and even infected other production companies, from The Simpsons, passing by American Dad, all the way to Marvel, and even in the Disney hit Lilo and Stitch. Is it a conspiracy, an Illuminati joke worthy of Dan Brown? Nope. A113 is a student homage to Classroom A113 in the California Institute of Art, the very spot where many of Pixar's, Disney's, and DreamWorks animators got their rocky start and fell in love with the craft, the place where legends were born. Before we go into number 1, let's crank out the honourable mentions. Stan Lee in almost every film made by Marvel. Raiders of the Lost Ark, R2-D2 hieroglyphics. I Am Legend Batman vs Superman poster. Eyes Wide Shut, Romanian track in reverse. Bryan Cranston during the intro of Godzilla 2014 with reference to Walter White. And lots of ice cream in Hot Fuzz, Shaun of the Dead and The World's End. Number 1. Psycho. The master of suspense, Alfred Hitchcock, was a sadist, a psychological terrorist that got his jollies by pushing other people's buttons. He was well known throughout studios as one of the most brazen directors, scarring his stars into a panicked state just to get the right reaction on camera. He believed that the movie experience shouldn't begin or end in the theatre. It should be an all-encompassing adventure that follows you from your home to the cinema and haunts you back, worming its way into your dreams and really screwing up your brain. In 1960, Hitchcock premiered Psycho, his most over-the-top film, and to many, his masterpiece. This movie was the precursor to the slasher genre, and, due to a media blitzkrieg, the audience was already on their heels, terrified beyond belief before stepping into their aisle and taking a seat. As a final push by the director into years of therapy, Alfred superimposed a quick, blink and you'll miss it, frame of Norman Bates' mummified mother's face in one of the final scenes, Anthony Perkins' cheeks dissolving on the rigor mortis smile of a cadaver. The audience came out uncommonly disturbed by the image, but since Alfred was a right bastard, he only included the hidden frame into half of the distributed reels. The kicker? No one really knew whether they had truly seen it. Viewers started doubting their sanity, certain that Psycho had traumatized them for life. Well, 10 of the best hidden codes and mind-bending secrets hidden between the frames of some of the most audacious and amazing films and shows in history. I'm more than certain we've missed a few, so let me know about any I've missed in the comments section below. Thanks for watching.